So in the last set of scans for the Dragon Ball Super movie, we finally got the character design reveal of Vegeta, and it was also confirmed that Beerus and Whis are set to appear in this movie. Something else was on that scan that took me by surprise, but I chose not to cover it because I wasn't too sure what it meant at the time. And that was a reveal of Piccolo's design. I mean, this is a movie about the origin of all Saiyans. Sure, Piccolo is a Z warrior and he will likely appear in the movie at some point, but I didn't see why he would be any more important than someone like Android 17 or Master Roshi or Tien or Krillin, who are all Z warriors themselves and who will likely appear in this movie as well. Now, we just got a second set of scans for the Dragon Ball Super movie in December, and this time it's revealing the Super Saiyan Blue transformation for Goku and Vegeta. It's letting us know that Super Saiyan Blue will be in this movie, and that's great because knowing that in itself has some pretty solid implications for the movie, and I want to talk about that in this video. But what I want to also talk about is the fact that next to Goku, instead of Kid Goten or Trunks or even future Trunks or Gohan, Piccolo appears again. Now, when you look at promotional material for previous Dragon Ball Super movies, like Resurrection F for example, it's all very heavily focused on the main characters. So Resurrection F was mostly Goku, Vegeta, and Frieza. There was some promotional material where Piccolo appeared. I mean, he was on the DVD box art right next to Frieza. But so was Gohan and Krillin and even Frieza's henchmen, who most of us can't remember their names at this point. Even they were on the box art as well. My point is, Piccolo's appearance in promotional art for previous movies was relevant to the role he played in those movies, which wasn't a very big role past anything that any of the other Z Warriors did. But for some reason, in the promotional material for this movie coming up in December, Piccolo is front and center, right there next to Goku and Vegeta. I think this implies that Piccolo will be playing a bigger role than most of us suspect in this upcoming movie. Now, this is a really big deal because in a movie about the origin of Saiyans, where some of it is taking place in the past and it seems like there might be time travel involved, Piccolo playing a big role in an environment like that heavily implies that we may get some information about the Namekian past and their connection to the Saiyans. And if you just heard that and you're not excited, it means you didn't watch my last video where I explained this in more detail. I'll drop a link to that in the description. But here's the deal. Do you remember early in Dragon Ball Super when Goku first became a Super Saiyan God? Beerus was getting ready to destroy the Earth. They didn't know how to make Goku a Super Saiyan God, so they summoned Shenron, and he told them that the information on how to do it was written in the Namekian Book of Legends. Did you ever wonder why such crucial and secretive information about the Saiyan race would be written in a Namekian book? How did the Namekians get to know this information? And if they know something so specific about Saiyans, what other information do they have on the Saiyan race that even the Saiyans themselves didn't know? This movie could finally explain that connection. But not only that, if we look a little bit deeper into Namekian history and their potential connection with the Saiyans, at some point we follow this trail of breadcrumbs to the fact that the Namekians are the ones who created the Dragon Balls, which they somehow managed to get directly from the Super Dragon Balls, which is the creation of God Zalama, who may just be the strongest being in this series, above the Omni King even. I don't want to get ahead of myself here, but if Piccolo and the Namekian past play a significant role in this movie, there is a very good chance that we are going to get more information about God Zalama. And if that's the case, no matter what we find out about him, is going to be groundbreaking information to move the overall narrative of this story of the Dragon Ball universe along. If this all sounds a bit much to you, then seriously check out that video in the description. I'm not saying that to drive you over there. I'm saying that because it'll bring more clarity to all of this, because Piccolo's past also involves this being called the Nameless Namekian, who is pretty much the old Piccolo, and information about him could be super relevant and groundbreaking as well. So yeah, if you're anything like me, you're excited to see Piccolo on this promotional art, and the more he appears, the more likely it is that the Namekian past, Zalama, and more information about the gods in general are going to play a role in this movie. Now let's talk about Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta. Now I mentioned earlier that the fact that Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta have been confirmed for this movie is a big deal. And here's why. One concern about this movie, traveling back into the Saiyans' past, is that there aren't many people in the past that could play any significant role as a threat towards current day Goku and Vegeta. Outside of the past versions of Beerus and Whis, and maybe Yamoshi, there aren't any beings that we know of currently that will force Goku and Vegeta to have to fight in their Super Saiyan Blue form. So the fact that Super Saiyan Blue is confirmed for the movie also indirectly confirms that there is a threat that warrants the use of Super Saiyan Blue. Obviously, I wish I can give you an image and a name for this threat, but I don't know who it is yet. There are a few possibilities. It could be something where someone from the present or the future is going back to the past and powering up old Saiyans or other unfavorable people to make them strong enough to compete with Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta. But in my opinion, what's more likely is we are going to get a revelation of someone that we haven't heard of yet, that was a problem in the past, strong enough to be a problem for the likes of even Beerus possibly, which will make Beerus and Whis very relevant for this movie, and also be strong enough to force Goku and Vegeta into Super Saiyan Blue, and very likely also into a new transformation that we haven't seen yet. I think that's going to be the true Super Saiyan form. We'll see. The reality is, however, that every Dragon Ball Super movie, we've gotten a new transformation from the Saiyans. The first one, we got Super Saiyan God. The second one, we got Super Saiyan Blue. It is very likely that we're going to get a new transformation again in this movie. And that'll only happen if a threat exists that is strong enough to force that transformation. Anyway, that is it for me, guys. I just wanted to give you guys my views on these new scans for the upcoming Dragon Ball Super movie. You guys notice I skipped my usual intro this video. That isn't because I care any less about you subscribing to the channel, though. I promise you guys we're gonna hit 100K subscribers here soon, so come be part of the initial 100K. Hit the subscribe button below this video or the link in the description. Join the family. Hashtag Do Crew the Squad. You guys know who you are. I love you guys. Have a great day. I will be talking to you again real soon. Bye.